So, if you couldn't tell already, I am talking again. From January 4th to the 15th, I was on a 10-day silent retreat, also known as a Vipassana. And hear me now, that was the hardest thing I have done to date. Um, right before checking myself in, I was extremely nervous. Um, I felt as though like I was going into some like insane surgery, and sure enough, it was spiritual surgery. It was ridiculous. They even said that it would feel like that. So, and by day 6, I was ready to just boot, scoot, and boogie out of there. Like, I was done. I was like, this is ridiculous. I have put myself in jail. And, the dialogue of, I don't know, being a whiny baby, basically, is what happened. But, yeah, I was, like, really, I don't know, just glad that my stubborn attitude for success really pulled me through. Um, yeah, and I graduated from my first Vipassana experience, and I must reiterate that it is my first Vipassana experience, as in there will be more. I definitely want to integrate it into my yearly sun spins. It is so, I can't even, like if you've experienced a Vipassana, you completely understand how awesome it is mentally, physically, emotionally, and all of that. Um, yeah, I really see it as, just like water fasting for bodily maintenance. That Vipassana is certainly important for mental rejuvenation. And the very first Vipassana is so important for just a complete overhaul of everything that has been experienced in your life. Like, I'm so glad that I went now, being 25, not having too much of brain that's been filled up. Say, if I did it for the first time at 60 or 80, like that would be an entire lifetime of memories that I would have had to push away to concentrate. But still, and I'm not saying that it was any easier. I was just saying that there was a whole lot less that I had to, I don't know, work through. I don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter your age. It's just such an important thing. That being said, I still have some critiques about the situation. I mean, at first I was really worried about this like cult-like atmosphere. I was like wondering like what is this about? Like, oh, it was really great that they promoted non-secularitarianism. Not being part of any religious belief, just being part of the human experience, which was true. Like, I definitely you know, saw that or learned that, experience that within this practice. That being said, humans still have a tendency to get really focused on something and make it their be all end all. So I could see how this certain kind of practice could become an obsession, obsession over this experience, over the idea of enlightenment, of things like this, rather than the idea of just experiencing reality for what it is. And yeah, I really, I'm striving in my life, um, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, to value life in a complete holistic manner on every level. And I feel that Vipassana is an amazing tool to help realign oneself with extreme reality, or, that being the sensational experience of life, the five senses that we are interacting with, and the sixth sense being our spiritual observation of all of them at once. For which I believe, I just for lack of a better word. But yes, it was really amazing. I mean, looking at the schedule, having that, cult-like fear of your entire life is now the Vipassana experience. I mean, we woke up at 4 a.m., we did 2 hours of meditation, then we went and had a very simple breakfast, and now we meditate for 3 more hours, then we have a very simple lunch, we meditate for another 5 hours, and then we have tea, and then we meditate again, and then we watch a Vipassana discourse, which is promoting Vipassana, and then we go to sleep. So I could see, like your entire experience is promoting this path where one literally could just get so involved in this. After 10 days, this is what you've experienced. And they have courses that go on for 45 days or, half a year. Some people devote their whole life to it, where it's wonderful, but where's the experience of life? I mean, we're here, it's a big video game, and we're here to play it. And I feel that Vipassana could be abused, just like working in, a cubicle for 40 years straight. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, maybe you're talking, but you're focused so much on the simplest of things. I mean, it's not the same thing, but one could really lose their life as well to things like this. Of course, in that experience, being in a westernized world, there's a difference of consciousness from here and over in the places where they do offer this for a lifetime. Obviously, I'm sure it is far better to be doing this and helping people than to be in certain other realities, like war-torn countries, for example. That being said, there was just an amazing individual who had been guiding the course. I can't pronounce the name, and I don't think I really care to. If you have done the past, you would know. It's just an enlightened individual who's saying the same things that everybody says, and really promoting what Buddha said, and had taught. And it was really wonderful to absorb these ideas every day. Actually, at I think it was 7 o'clock when we watched the discourse, that really helped me kind of refocus my experience. Because throughout the day, you get a little bit like, oh, can I do this anymore? Can I count my breath anymore? Not even count my breath. Can I experience my reality anymore? In this small little, non-stimulus situation, and still be able to focus on stimulus and experience. But the one thing I saw during this course, we weren't allowed to do yoga, we weren't allowed to stretch, and I mean, you're sitting for 11 hours a day, trying not to move. It gets a little bit hard, and I literally, every time I got up, my entire body was realigning, because I was forcing it to. But in a positive note, I really felt my body had changed, like sitting in lotus position for so long. It was so, I don't know, it was amazing. Like all these new muscles started really developing. However, I still believe in stretching and yoga as part of an enlightenment experience, as realigning your body with your mind, thus allowing your spirit to fully enter in. It was a little bit, I don't know, I felt no explanation for why one would want to be stretching. Maybe stretching release pain or create more pain. I'm not too sure. That being said, the person who is guiding this course, this person who is really preaching this enlightenment experience and the past experience, was definitely not a visually healthy looking individual. Certainly overweight, like really overweight. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, but I do know that being overweight is it's much more difficult to feel, to be having fit experiences, like to be able to jog for 5 miles and have that supreme enlightenment that comes with that experience. But I mean, not extreme. I mean, whatever enlightenment. Just lovely experience. So that being said, observing this individual who was teaching this course or sharing this course with everybody, I started analyzing my own experience in comparison to here's this person who promotes this as a lifestyle. And then I was like, wait a second, we were told not to consume anything, any calories or food after lunch to promote a much deeper meditation experience. And I found it quite questionable. I wanted to ask the question, are you following this? Are you eating simply? Are you eating what a perfect diet? Literally, we ate a perfect, simple. I mean, it was a little bit more complicated, but if you were really knowledgeable in the nutritional department, I mean, I did salads and rice. That was my simple, and I did oatmeal in the morning. That was it. I wish I would have had more salad. Anyways, the food was wonderful for what it was, and I could see that they're really on the path of this could be a perfect experience. However, by watching this individual being super overweight, he's not practicing that part of integrating supreme healthiness as in a food reality into his meditation experience, because one could not be that size and not eat after 12 and only be eating such a simple diet. So yeah, I was a little bit scratching my head about that one. Yeah, it's quite hard to follow someone's belief when you're not actually experiencing that reality. But without a doubt, that individual is amazing on so many levels. The things that he was sharing really, really helped me. I mean, I look forward to it every day to be watching these discourses. But for some reason, I have this belief that an enlightened, a truly liberated, as he said, individual is a perfect being on all levels, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever elsely. Because when you realize perfection, meaning reality, you are it. You become that. And so, perfect hair, perfect skin, perfect body, perfect words that come out of your mouth, perfect things that you see. Because it's just, I believe that when you're enlightened here, that it just radiates through every cell, through every atom that is obviously promoted in Vipassana, getting down to the littlest, the smallest bit of reality, the supremeness, which is the atom. And once you experience that, I just couldn't, I mean, I believe it comes hand in hand with this perfect reality. Anyways, to sum it up, certainly Vipassana is an amazing tool on the path towards enlightenment, no doubt about it. Hands down, I completely subscribe to a lot of what had been taught. However, Vipassana as well, it's broken down into many tools, just like it is. I believe that full liberation as well is also broken down into many tools. I mean, you can get a certain mental enlightenment from experiencing Vipassana over and over and over again, and really clearing your mind to the point where you have a perfect attitude. But if you don't have the experiences to draw upon, just like this individual said, you actually can't really understand what you're clearing out of your own mental mind. And I mean, I could go on deeper into this whole my view of enlightenment, blah blah blah, But for simplicity's sake, not to mention on a perfectly pop culture level, I believe the movie The Matrix really has summed it up, of what happens when an individual does receive enlightenment. Of course, the fantasy world of what it was, it's really just describing um, this philosophy in an awesome way, in a movie way. Um, and yeah, so it was just the Matrix. I don't know. It's the holistic nature of being mentally, emotionally, and physically capable to experience reality. All in all, to sum up my experience, I recommend Vipassana hands down. Hands down. Um, it's, it's, but to be careful, I mean, I had to watch my own self to utilize it as a tool, not a be all end all. One could really start focusing in on it, and it becomes some kind of religion of sorts, which also that beautiful individual spoke of as well. So I really truly believe that we're all enlightened. We just kind of have to remember why, and I don't remember why yet. um, so I just want to, again, I'm so grateful for all these experiences that have been presented to me. It's just so amazing. I'm so grateful for this life. This year has been absolutely and utterly amazing. I mean, starting out with a Burning Man introduction, like on my birthday, I was at Burning Man watching, the Earth Harp and watching the man fall down um, and being sitting in the temple at that time. It was such a great enter into my 25th, 26th month spin. And, you know, all the while I've been eating super, super clean. I've been with the Healing House and Gigi and Cosmic Gypsies, experiencing what it's like to be a student who's teaching other students. Like, I've never been in that position before to really share this knowledge. I didn't even think I had knowledge to share. That being said, I'm making a YouTube video. I don't know. Anyways, and I'm just living, and I'm overflowing with love. Like, my heart is just this brimming even more than it has ever been in the past. And that silent retreat was just another thing that has created this amazing reality for me, and definitely helped discard a lot of the garbage, and I'm able to fill it up with such better experiences, and such better outlook. Um, and, you know, as wonderful as everything is, I just also wanted to touch upon, since I'm making this video, my computer has been resuscitated. A really good friend was able to, tweak everything. It's still quite old. I mean, I was quite proud. I mean, 5 years, I didn't even have a virus program, and I never updated my computer. And, it just got a little bit overwhelmed. But, that being said, as I got my computer back from its dark descent, I plugged in my hard drive with my life on it, because I was kind of afraid. I was like, oh no, I lost my Burning Man on my computer, but luckily I have my hard drive backing up all my life, my digital life, um, and my hard drive flatlined. Actually, it didn't even flatline. It was like I just opened it up and plugged it in. It somehow spontaneously reformatted itself. So that being said, literally at this moment, I'm in the process of retrieving all of my digital experiences, but with a clear and calm consciousness. I mean, I was most saddened about losing things like videos of Buster and my childhood, and my resumes, but I've got most of those online anyway, with a lovely, wonderful Facebook and all other such things. So I didn't really get worked up about it. It's like, well, I'll have to create more experiences and go to Hawaii again, and Burning Man again and wherever else again. So, anyway, toodles for now. And again, sorry for not responding back to any emails. It's just I'm really creating such a perfect life for myself right now that it's quite difficult to get on here. Like I spend the least amount of time possible on the internet. I'm more into being disconnected from the internet and focusing on either whatever I need to do creatively on the computer, and then whatever I need to be doing creatively off the computer. I've really been doing that. That's been my new yearly focus. And it takes a lot of mental energy to respond to emails, and especially during the past, I'm realizing there's not a whole lot that I need to say. I mean, we're all experiencing the same things, other than thank you for watching or for just responding and kind of keeping this connection. I will respond in due time, but in due time is so awkward for me, especially with the Vipassana. You feel like you almost travel light years within your own self. That when I got out, I'm still confused. I'm still just finally catching up to timed reality. Like time did not exist, and even within the last year, especially when I was at Burning Man, it started this new vision of what the heck is time. It's just like every moment as soon as I wake up. I mean, lucid dreaming and doing all my um, dream work, time doesn't exist. It's just an experience. But even so, we are deteriorating still. But okay, I'm rambling now. But thank you so much for playing your wonderful part in this reality, because, well, we couldn't do it without you. Okay, yeah. Have a wonderful day. And oh, yeah, my backdrop. I like it. Okay, I'll see you soon. And I hopefully have a couple more videos to upload that I had recorded before my computer crashed, and I'm quite passionate about them. So, okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.